Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dr. Triani Hasuti Hatta. You can call me Dr. Tuti from Histology Department, Faculty of Medicine, Hasanuddin University. In this video, we will learn about the epithelial tissue, and this video about the part 1, describe about the epithelial tissue and its function, macromolecule structure and function of the basement membrane, structure and function of cell junction, microphyly, stereocilia, and cilia, and about the epithelial regeneration process. This is the learning outcome of epithelial tissue. After watching this video and learning about epithelial tissue, students are able to describe about epithelial tissue and its function, mention the macromolecules structure and function of the basement membrane, describe the structure and function of the cell junction. There are three types of cell junction: occluding tight junction, anchoring adhering junction, and gap connecting junction. Describe about the microphyly, stereocilia, and cilia. Describe the epithelial regeneration process, and describe the epithelial classification about the covering epithelial and secretory epithelial and gland. The organs of the human body compose of 4 basic tissue types. There are epithelial, connective, muscular, and nervous tissue. In this material, we focus on epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue contains similarly specialized cells that united in performing specific function. And the cells in epithelial tissue close each other and contain the few intercellular matrix. This is the characteristic of epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is vascular, has a polarization between epithelium, and is attached to the basement membrane. The top of the cell is called the apical cells, and the cells in the epithelial tissue has a cell junction to attach it to other cells next to it. In this picture, you can see the red lines. The red lines is the basement membrane, and this is the apical of the cells. Between one cell to other cell, there are cell junction. There are several main functions of the epithelium as a protection, covering, and sensory, like in the skin epithelium, absorption in the intestinal epithelium, reabsorption in the renal epithelium, secretion in the glandular epithelium, and contraction of the myoepithelium. Basement membrane as an epithelial attachment site. It selective barrier and filters, and it regulates cell proliferation and differentiation. It affects metabolism and cell survival, and can arrange protein in adjacent plasma membranes. Macromolecule of basement membrane consists of laminin, fibronectin, and entactin. Laminin and fibronectin consist of glycoprotein. Entactin content of proteoglycan and heparan sulfate. Laminin consists of 2 subunits, bound by collagen type 4 at the end and the other by laminin receptor on the cell membrane. Laminin can attach the cell to the basement membrane and has affinity for heparan sulfate and other glycosaminoglycans. Fibronectin are bound by collagen type 4 and the other end binds to collagen type 3, proteoglycans, heparin, and glycosaminoglycans. It attaches cell together with laminin, interfering with membrane receptor, attaching the basement membrane to the reticular fiber. There is 3 lamina in the basement membrane. First, lucida lamina or lamina rara externa. Second, densa lamina or basal lamina. And third, fibroreticular lamina and or lamina rara interna. Lucida lamina or lamina rara externa consists of glycoprotein like densa lamina, and lucida lamina contain of type 4 collagen fibers that densely arrange. Dense lamina or basal lamina contain the type 4 collagen fiber that are very thin, loosely arranged. And the fibroreticular lamina is a deepest lamina from the basement membrane, contain of many type 3 collagen fibers, less type 4 collagen fibers, and there is a reticular fibers. In the picture, you can see that this is the basal lamina and this is the reticular fibroreticular lamina or lamina rara interna. In the apical of cells, there are three types of modification of apical cells, which is macrophyly, stereocilia, and cilia. First, about the microphyly. Microphyly is a cytoplasmic processus. It can be short or long, and it resembles a finger-like or tortoise. In the light microscope, microphyly looks pale and forming a striated border in the cells. Microphyly have a terminal web in the below of the microphyly and contain horizontally interwoven actin and myosin microfilament. In this picture, you can see this is the microphyly. So this is in the apical of the cell, and in the large examination, you can see the microphyly more detailed, and this is the terminal webs. And in the microscopic electron, terminal webs looks like this picture. Plasma lemma of macrophyly has a thick extracellular sheath and it called glycocalyx. Glycocalyx contain of the glycoprotein and enzyme that help the uptake of digestive product through the cell membrane. In the cross section, like this picture, you can see the actin filament, cell membrane, and glycocalyx. The second type of modification of the apical cell is stereocilia. Stereocilia is the apical protrusion of cell. Its location is limited to the epidermis and ductus deferens as absorptive cells, and in the inner ear or inner hair cells as a mechanoreceptor. Stereocilia has a longer shape but less motile than microphyly, and it has a branching in its distal. And the function of the stereocilia to increase the surface areas of cells and make it easier for molecules either move in and out of cells. And this is the epidermis. In the apical, there are stereocilia like this. And the last is cilia. Cilia consists of two types, the motile cilia and primary cilia or immotile cilia. Motile cilia, there are many in cuboid or columnar cells and longer and wider than microphyly. Immotile cilia as a sensory antenna, there are many receptor and signal transduction complex to detect the light, smell, and movement. In this picture, you can see that the cilia has a longer and wider than the microphyly. And in the apical of the cell, you can see this is the cilia. And this is summary about the cilia, stereocilia, and microphyly. And I wish you can learn it more detail so you can see the differences between three types of modification of apical cells from its general structure, from the cross-section, motion, and localization, and its function. Now move to the cell junction. Cell junction is the connection of adjacent epithelial cells. There are three types of cell junction. First, occluding or tight junction. Second, anchoring or adherent junction. And third, connecting and gap junction. Occluding junction is adhesive of the cell at the apical pole of the cell and to blockage the connection between two adjacent cells. The cell membrane of adjacent cells is held together by this junction. There are two types of occluding junction, zonula occludent and fascia occludent. Zonula occludent around the apical pole of the cell, and zonula occludent derived from the membrane protein of each cell. The location of the zonula occludent can be found in the intestinal epithelial cells. The function of the zonula occludent is covering the apical cell so the water-soluble molecules can pass the adjacent cells. And zonula occludent as adhesive make a stretchable and there is no cell damage because of this zonula occludents. And zonula occludents also have a function as a barrier to prevent protein diffusion from outside to intracellular. The second type is a fascia occludent. Fascia occludent is similar to zonula occludent but has a shape discontinue band-like and located in the endothelium of vessel. Fascia occludent allows the formation of fluid tissue and allows the leukocyte out of the capillaries. This is image of the occluding junction. In the apical of the cell, below the microvilli, there are tight junction or occluding junction. And we can see the shape of the tight junction looks like this. The second junction is anchoring junction. Anchoring junction attach adjacent cells very tightly. All structure units make a connection between two adjacent cells like the cytoskeleton, cell membrane, and matrix extracellular. There are three types of anchoring junction: zonula adherent, or we can call the adherent junction, macula adherent, or we call the desmosome, and hemidesmosome. Zonula adherent is a continuous band under the tight junction of the lumen and lateral of columnar epithelial's plasma membrane, and desmosome is above the adherent junction. The junction scattering over the intercellular surface of the epithelial cells. And the last is hemidesmosome. Hemidesmosome is modification of the desmosome in the basal cells, and hemidesmosome is binding the basement membrane and epithelial cells. This picture shows the illustration of two adjacent cells. This is one cell and this is one cell. And in between these two adjacent cells, there are intermediate filament and it called the desmosome. And in the lateral of the cells, there are zonula adherent. And this is the cell junction of the lateral cells. In the microscopic electron, you can see that this is the tight junction. In the below of the tight junction, there are zonula adherents, and there are some desmosome. This picture shows the anchoring junction specifically for the hemidesmosome. Hemidesmosome is binding between the cells and basement membrane. It contains the cytoplasmic plaque and transmembrane proteins. You can see in this picture, this is the hemidesmosome. This is the cell and this is the basement membrane. The last cell junction is gap junction. Gap junction is also known as a communicating junction. Gap junctions are all over the tissue of the bodies, like epithelial tissue, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, and nerves. Gap junction formed by transmembrane protein and called as connexin. The function of the gap junction is give the information between the cell and a site of transfer of substance like inorganic ions and water-soluble molecules. Gap junction illustrated like this picture. You can see the gap. This is the gap junction like the channel, and it communicates one cell to the other cells. And in the microscopic electron, gap junction looks like this. This is the summary of cell junction. In the tight junction, we can find the main protein component like claudin, occludin, and tricellulin. In adherent belt or zonula adherent has a classic cadherin and catenin. Desmosome has a cadherin. Hemidesmosome had an integrin laminin of basement membrane, and gap junction has a connexin. Tight junction can be found at luminal end of lateral cell membrane and has a control to paracellular diffusion, prevent exchange of intrinsic protein and lipid between apical and basolateral plasma membrane. Zonula adherent can be found at the lateral plasma membrane immediately deep to tight junction. And this is the link cytoskeleton of adjacent cells to form the strong cohesive epithelium, like desmosome. Desmosome also has a cadherin and found at the lateral plasma of membrane. And hemidesmosome can be found at the basal plasma membrane as a link cells to underlying basement membrane. And the last is gap junction. Gap junction can be found at the lateral plasma membrane, and the main function as a passage of ions and small molecules between cells and intercellular signaling. In this picture, we can see the connection between one cell to the another cells. This is the one cell, and this is the one cell, and this is the one cell. In the apical of the cell, there are microvilli, and below the microvilli, there are tight junction as the occluding junction. Below the tight junction, there are adherent junction or anchoring junction. Below the adherent junction, there are anchoring junction as the desmosome, and consist of the intermediate filament. And between the lateral cells, there are gap junction as a communicating junction, and in the basal of the cell, there are hemidesmosome to binding the cells and the membrane basement membrane. If there is a damage or cell death, the cell will undergo cell regeneration. Epithelial cells that undergo abrasion will disappear, while the remaining cells will undergo mitosis and produce new cells to replace damaged and dead cells. There are two ways of epithelial regeneration. First, epithelium without special function will undergo mitosis to form a new epithelium. And meanwhile, the epithelium that has a specific function cannot undergo mitosis, so other cells in the form of the stem cells will undergo mitosis and differentiate to replace the specific cells. After mitosis, cells will migrate to fill the empty space. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is the references that you can read more detail.